The majority of us strive for financial stability. We get up every day, go to work, and try to make a good living because of this. And while it may not appear as simple as we would like it to be to achieve our financial goals, maybe these straightforward guidelines will assist you on your path to financial success. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 7 simple rules for financial success. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Pay off credit card debt. Credit card debt has the ability to put you in financial bind if you aren't attentive. Your dream of financial security could be lost if you don't pay off your credit card debt on time. Although using credit cards is practical, it is sometimes easy to forget that real money is being spent. You will eventually be required to repay this money. Since it limits your ability to maximize your finances, debt is seen as a danger to financial stability. The extra money may be put to better use elsewhere where it would be more valuable. For instance, you might use it to help pay for a child's college tuition or to put money towards your retirement. Your finances will benefit more if you pay off your debt more quickly, since you will have more money to put towards achieving financial freedom. Debt negatively impacts both your financial status and your health. It raises your stress levels in a negative way. When in debt, one constantly considers how to make those payments in addition to how to save enough money to just survive. We are all aware of the detrimental consequences stress has, particularly on our mental health. Why spend money on those pricey skin treatments when your debt will only make you stressed out and result in additional breakouts? You'll be able to breathe and relax knowing that you don't owe anyone anything once all of your debt has been paid off. You will simply need to worry about the regular monthly bills, and I think we can all agree that stress-related worries are less scary. Number 2. Get paid what you're worth and spend less than you earn. Before accepting any employment offer, do your research. Find out the market value of the job both inside and out of the organization. Make an assessment of your skill sets next. Consider responsibilities you might have, then evaluate your level of productivity, the value you can bring to the organization, and your going rate. All of this is required since receiving less pay than you should, no matter how modest the amount of the difference in pay, will have a substantial long-term impact on your finances. Here's a bitter truth to swallow. If you keep spending more than you make, you will never succeed. While it may be easy to understand, many people find it challenging to adhere to this principle. But don't worry. Even though it might seem impossible to stop buying takeout, shoes, clothes, and other unnecessary items, you can change your thinking and stop wasting money by being committed and striving to increase your bank account. Spending much below your means rather than attempting to increase your income can make achieving financial freedom much simpler. Making a list of requirements and wants is a smart place to start. Needs like food, proper clothing, and rent are quite evident. Consider in its entirety, practically everything else is a want. You might believe that new item that is all over social media is something you need, but you don't. Do you really need to buy every new iPhone model that comes out? Do you really need to purchase additional shoes? Are you really in need of the same car in 2 distinct shades? I'm sorry to break it to you, but you don't need any of these things. You'll be able to manage your funds once you're able to differentiate between your wants and needs. You must also be aware of your personal priorities. It's not enough to discern between needs and wants. You also need to know which of your wants will make you happy and which won't. Increase your spending on items that improve your life while saving the remainder. If you continue to live above your means, it won't matter how much money you make. And this really puts your ability to exercise willpower to the test. You must adhere to this rule if you're committed to increasing your bank account and consequently achieving financial freedom. Number 3. Create a budget and stick to it. It's crucial to have a budget because it enables you to see exactly how much money you have coming in and where it's all going. If you want to achieve financial security, budgeting is a crucial element. It enables you to set financial objectives and provides guidance on how to reach them. An example would be how much money you want to save each month. There are many ways to keep tabs on your finances. If you're old-fashioned, you can keep track of your spending the old-fashioned way with a pen and paper. You can use apps and websites designed to automatically show you what your financial objectives should be based on your present financial condition. Oh, and a calculator if you're a bit weak in the arithmetic department like I am. These techniques can reveal the painfully frank difference between what you believe you're spending and how much money you're actually wasting. Be aware that when you realize how much you're spending, you might need to take a few deep breaths. The good news is that these tools can help you make little modifications to your spending once you've recovered from your first shock, giving you more money to save and invest. You can set essential goals and work towards them after you have a clear picture of your money. This could be setting aside money for unexpected expenses, purchasing your ideal home, or taking an extended trip. You may sit back and watch your bank account increase as you begin to master budgeting and manage your resources correctly. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up if you've been enjoying it thus far. I'm grateful. Number 4. Review your insurance. Many people make the mistake of overpaying for life insurance and disability insurance, adding coverage to auto loans, purchasing entire life insurance plans rather than term life insurance. The latter is more prudent, or even purchasing life insurance when you don't even have any dependents are a few examples of this. Insurance is only useful if the coverage is sufficient to cover any losses you sustain. For those of you with dependents, make sure you choose the finest life insurance for you and your loved ones by conducting extensive research. You want to ensure that they are at ease even if you're not present. It is safe to assume that your lifestyle and personal demands will inevitably vary throughout the course of your lengthy life. You will need to modify your insurance coverage when your lifestyle changes. You must continuously reevaluate your insurance policies to make sure they correspond to your current way of life. Having the right insurance is tremendously advantageous, whether you're buying a car, paying for a child's education, or experiencing an unforeseen medical emergency. Number 5. Work on a retirement plan. Consider making a contribution to a 401k plan or any retirement program for that matter if it is provided by your company. The concept behind a 401k is that up to a certain threshold, your company will match your contribution to your 401k accounts in full. Employer match is the term for this. Despite being prevalent, not all businesses will provide a 401k. In that scenario, choose any additional retirement plan they provide you or think about opening an IRA. A Roth IRA is a terrific account for younger people, while a 401k is perfect for those who are employed. It is backed by money that was not taxed. By using an IRA, you can avoid the immediate tax deduction and pay a lower income tax when you withdraw the funds after you retire. Even if you initially deposited a small amount of money, starting a Roth IRA as soon as you can could lead to a larger payoff in the future. More tax-free interest is earned the longer the money is maintained in the account. Cha-ching! When it comes to retirement planning, the earlier you get started, the better. Even though everyone has unique personal goals for the amount they're going for, there are generally similar methods for doing so. Number 6. Have a savings plan. When you have a lot of debt to pay off, it is easy to overlook your own needs. Always paying yourself first is a good general rule of thumb. It's a formula for disaster to pay all your bills first and then set aside any leftover funds for savings. Why? Since you will only have a tiny amount left to save, which will result in a reduced savings account. Make sure you set aside a portion of your income for yourself before you even consider paying your debts. You can also set up an automatic deduction from and transfer to another account for the sum. It's crucial to plan for the future, but how on earth can you do that if you don't have the funds? For all long-term objectives, you must fund a retirement account. To increase your money, you should also set frequent investment objectives. Even if you don't have much to invest, start this exercise because everything is better than nothing. By doing so, you will at the very least develop the habit of saving and investing so that when your income inevitably rises, these behaviors will become second nature. To pursue your passions, be sure you have money set aside. This may be the launch of business, for instance. To feel comfortable taking measured risk for your passion, you should have money set aside for it. If you want to start your own business, you will need some financial assistance. Create a savings account and make monthly deposits so you can explore new chances to advance your mental well-being, your identity, and of course, your financial situation. You should still save even if you don't have a clear objective in mind or don't know what you're saving for. The whole goal of saving is to have money set aside in case you suddenly decide you'd like to do something. Feel like taking a Baltic cruise right now? Hey there, you planned ahead and saved so you have the money for it. It cannot be denied that life is full of unforeseen shocks. You could be robbed, lose your job, or experience a natural calamity at any time. Okay, that rapidly got out of hand. I assure you, I'm not trying to frighten you. You should have money set aside in any case of an emergency. These situations are not only emotionally and physically taxing, but they can also deplete your bank account if you're not prepared. Save money that will be utilized only for emergencies in order to be prepared for the worst. To enjoy life, we all require a sense of security. The first item on this list just happens to be financial stability. If you don't have money saved up, you'll be concerned about not having a safety net in case something unforeseen occurs. Number 7. Update your will. According to research, only a small portion of people have legally binding wills. It is imperative that you have a will if you have dependents. No matter how much you can spare, having a will is a requirement. Technology is your best friend if visiting a lawyer's office to have them create your will seems intimidating. Instead, you can have a variety of software programs drafted for you. Don't forget to keep your will up to date after you've written it. It's simple to think that your first draft is sufficient and that your future is assured. That is not the situation. A will works on the same principles as insurance policies, which you must constantly assess in light of lifestyle changes. Before your will becomes final, make sure to always add or remove items as necessary. Everybody worries about their loved ones. We want to guarantee that they have a stable future. Because of this, a will is required. And more significantly, this is the reason you have to update it frequently. Who receives what is determined by your will, and while there is a procedure by which family members might claim they weren't given enough, it takes time and money. Have a proper will that you regularly evaluate to ensure that everyone you care about receives the protection they require. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Click on our previous videos and learn 7 passive income ideas with little money. Or click on How to Obtain Millionaire Status in 2022. Keep your knowledge growing.